Losing a loved one is undeniably one of life's most heartbreaking experiences. Amidst profound grief, the last thing you want to navigate is a complex legal maze. Please note, this video is for informational purposes only and is not legal advice. While you mourn, the traditional probate process can lock your rightful inheritance in the court system for months or even years. But what if you need those funds now? A probate advance might be the lifeline you need to access your inheritance faster. Before we explore how to access your inheritance faster, it is absolutely essential to understand what probate actually is. In simple terms, probate is the court-supervised legal process of validating a deceased person's will, identifying and gathering their assets, paying off outstanding debts and taxes, and finally distributing the remaining inheritance to the rightful heirs. But why does this process often take so long? The reality is that probate is rarely straightforward and involves a multitude of mandatory legal hurdles. It requires formal will validation by a probate judge, professional appraisal of real estate and personal property, mandatory waiting periods allowing creditors to file claims, and complex state and federal tax filings. Navigating this intricate legal maze falls squarely on the shoulders of the executor or administrator of the estate. This individual is legally responsible for managing the estate's affairs, liquidating assets if necessary, and ensuring all strict legal requirements are meticulously met before a single penny can be distributed. It is a heavy, time-consuming burden that routinely takes many months or even years to fully resolve. So, what exactly is a probate advance? Let's clear up a common misconception. It is not a loan. It's a cash advance where you sell a portion of your future inheritance for immediate money. You are just accessing what is legally yours on an accelerated timeline. Think of your inheritance as a pie. With a probate advance, you sell a slice of that pie to a funding company today, and they give you a stack of cash right now. When the probate process concludes, the company receives that slice directly from the estate. The process is straightforward. First, you submit an application. Then, during underwriting, the company verifies your claim to the estate. Once approved, funds are sent directly to your bank account. Repayment is automatic. The estate pays the company directly when probate closes, with no monthly out-of-pocket payments from you. Because it's not a loan, a probate advance works very differently from a bank loan. There are no credit checks or employment history requirements since the advance is based solely on the estate's value. It's also a non-recourse transaction. If the estate eventually runs out of money and can't pay the advance, you are not personally held responsible. But keep in mind, because the funding company assumes this huge risk, probate advances typically cost more than traditional loans. While a probate advance offers a lifeline for those needing immediate funds, it is crucial to weigh the benefits against the drawbacks. On the plus side, advances provide quick cash for urgent needs like mortgages or medical bills. Because the advance is tied to the estate's value, there is typically no credit check or employment verification required. Furthermore, these are often non-recourse, meaning if the estate ultimately pays out less than expected, you are not personally liable for the difference. However, the disadvantages can be steep. The most significant drawback is the cost. Unlike a standard personal loan, which might carry an annual interest rate between 5 and 15%, a probate advance is not technically a loan. Instead, you are selling a portion of your inheritance at a deep discount. This fee can effectively cost you anywhere from 30 to 60% of the advanced amount, drastically reducing your final payout. Additionally, the agreements are often filled with contractual complexity. Navigating these dense legal documents can be confusing, creating a potential for exploitation if you do not fully understand the terms. Always remember that while you are gaining speed, you are trading away a substantial portion of your rightful inheritance. It is highly recommended to consult an independent financial advisor before signing. So, when does taking a probate advance actually make sense? The most common scenario is an urgent financial need. Think about pressing expenses like funeral costs, unexpected medical bills, or avoiding foreclosure on a home. If you have immediate bills piling up and limited access to other funds, a cash advance can provide much-needed breathing room. It bridges the gap between the start of the probate process and the final distribution of assets, helping you navigate a tough time without incurring late fees or further debt. On the flip side, there are clear situations where you should avoid a probate advance. If you don't have an immediate financial need, it's always better to wait out the probate process. Likewise, if your expected inheritance is exceptionally large, the fees associated with the advance could take a substantial chunk of your money. You should also steer clear if the probate timeline is highly uncertain, or if there are disputes among heirs, as this complicates the assignment. Finally, never proceed if you don't fully understand the terms and fees outlined in the agreement. Sometimes, patience truly is the most profitable path. Before committing to a costly probate advance, explore smarter alternatives. If you have good credit, a personal loan from a bank offers lower interest rates. If you own a home equity line of credit can provide flexible access to funds at a fraction of the cost. For immediate expenses, a credit card might be a temporary fix. Alternatively, talk to your loved ones. A personal loan from family or friends could mean zero interest and flexible repayment, avoiding institutional fees. Speak with the estate executor. They might be able to distribute a partial executor advance if the estate has cleared its debts. Additionally, many states offer a family allowance, providing immediate living expenses during probate without outside borrowing. Finally, see if estate assets can be liquidated. Selling a vehicle or putting property on the market with court approval can generate the cash you need, eliminating the need for a probate advance. When it comes to selecting a probate advance company, due diligence is key. Research multiple providers, compare their fee structures, and carefully check client reviews and Better Business Bureau ratings. Always read the fine print to understand exactly what you are signing, and most importantly, consult with an estate attorney to ensure the agreement aligns with your best interests. Keep in mind that probate laws vary significantly from state to state. Your location dictates important factors like small estate limits, local tax rules, and the overall probate timeline. To wrap up, a few common questions. How long does a probate advance take? Typically just days or a few weeks. What if the final inheritance is smaller than the advance? Since these are non-recourse transactions, the company takes the loss, not you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Navigating the probate process and dealing with inheritance can be overwhelming, especially when you are grieving. Our goal is to always help you make informed decisions during these difficult times, so you can find peace of mind and move forward with confidence. If you found this guide helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Drop your questions in the comments below. For more resources and support, visit us at funeralus.com. You do not have to navigate this journey alone. Take care, and see you next time.